Hello everyone. Myself Arvind Kolki, lecturer in Department of Civil Engineering, working in Jain Polytechnic, Belagavi. Today we are going to discuss the subject named Water Supply Engineering and the topic called environment and ecology. And I'm going to brief in this topic as the contents: the atmosphere, lithosphere, hydrosphere, biospheres, definitions, and the importances, the relation between plant, animals, and environment, the ecosystem, and man and ecology. So, coming to the first topic, which is of atmosphere. Atmosphere, it is the envelope of gases surrounding the earth or any planet. Or else, if I am going to explain in normal way, that the pervading tone or the mood of a place, situation, or creative work which is around us. So, giving an example, this the image shows the atmosphere, which includes the air, clouds, and different spheres in this. Coming to the next, the lithosphere. It is the rigid part, you can say it as the outer part, which is covering the earth mantle or the core, and we can say it as consisting of crust and the upper mantle. So here you can visualize it. The bottommost is the asthenosphere, which covers the core and the lower mantle or the middle mantle. Next, it will be the lithosphere, which consists of different plates or the rocks layers. Next, we will be discussing hydrosphere. Hydro, you can easily understand, it is regarding water. All the waters on the earth's surface, such as lakes, rivers, seas, oceans, and sometimes including water over the earth's surface, such as clouds, the fogs, snowflakes, etc. So, this is the different layers of the water. One is ice, which is it is the solid matter of the water. Similarly, the oceans. This is just a hydrological cycle. The precipitation to water, it is being shown in white color. It is a cloud. Similarly, when it comes to on the land, it will be in the form of lakes, or it will be flowing like rivers, streams. Later, beneath the earth, it is going to be said as groundwater, and the same groundwater, it is going to connect the ocean. Next, the biosphere. Bio, you can understand what is bio. It is the man, animals, plants, or you can say it as the thing which is going to be breathing, which is going to be movable, the regions of the surface and atmosphere of the earth or another planet occupied by living organisms or an artificial structure enclosing a self-contained ecosystem or ecosystems. So in this you can understand, one is plant, it is being planted there, and after some distance we have a bull or a cow, and there is one more, the factory. It is being artificially prepared or artificial structure which is being made by a man, in the sense what I am going to explain is an artificial structure enclosing a self-contained ecosystem. In the sense, the man-made things, it is covered by this ecosystem too. Next, we will be discussing the relation between all the above spheres. So here, all the spheres, the biosphere, lithosphere, hydrosphere, and these are being connected to each other by, see, first thing, the lithosphere, it contains many dead animals bones or any dead animals body. Similarly, the rat, it is being occupied the space under, means under the ground, it is in the lithosphere. Similarly, the biosphere, there is a dog, there is a flies, there is trees, even you can find some grasses. This all together forms a biosphere. When it comes to hydrosphere, there will be some water, within that you find the biosphere too, just like the fish, shark, octopus, and you find some aquatic plants too. Similarly, the atmosphere, it is covered with the air, clouds, and many more. Next, we will be discussing the relation between plant, animals, and the environment. You know what is plant? It is the living thing which generates or it manufacture or uh, it manufactures food itself, and it is being eaten by itself too. Similarly, the animals, we don't have that capacity to create our own food. We are dependent on the plants. Similarly, the plant and the animals are dependent on the environment. It consists of all these spheres, just like lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and these are related to each other. You can visualize the image. In this image, there are two components. One is abiotic and the biotic components. In this, the abiotic components are of lithosphere, hydrosphere, and the atmosphere. Similarly, on the other hand, biotic components, it covers all the biospheres, and the abiotic components are the cycles, the gases, the water, the minerals. Similarly, even the sun, it is one type of the abiotic components, which gives the energy to produce some type of the other kind of the energies. Just like the plant, it receives the sunlight and it convert or it prepares some food inside, and it will be eaten by itself. Similarly, these plants, we call it as producers. These will be eaten by the consumers, which we call it as herbivores. In the sense, the vegetarian animals. Similarly, the herbivorous or the veg-eating animals will be eaten by the carnivores. There are two types of carnivores. One is primary and the secondary. Primary carnivores will be eating the herbivorous or veg-eating animals. Similarly, the secondary carnivores, they will be eating the primary carnivores, or they will be eating the herbivores or the veg-eating animals. Similarly, when these going to die, the animals or the plants, if they are going to die, it will be eaten by the animals called decomposers. Animals, in the sense, we can say it as some living thing. It is going to be eating the dead bodies. We will be calling it as decomposers. These decomposers, it will be eating those dead bodies, and they will be decomposing the dead bodies into the the abiotic components. Just like they will be decomposing the bodies into the soil, and they will be enriching the minerals, and these minerals will be had by the producers, or they will be taken by these decomposers too. Similarly, these decomposers are present all over the surfaces. It might be in the water, on the surface of the earth. Similarly, whatever the process it is going to be done, just like abiotic components, just like the nutrients, they will be taken by the nutrients will be taken by the producers. These producers will be taken by these consumers. Again, if they die, the producers die, these decomposers will be taking it. Again, they will be leading to some release of the nutrients. This cycle, it will be continuously going on. So these are very important to understand. All these, the producers or the plant animals, they are interrelated to each other. Similarly, coming to the next ecosystem, we have biological community of interacting organisms and their physical environment. Not only the community, it is inside the community, in the sense the physical environment. So there are 4 ecosystem types as they are classified in the further points: artificial, terrestrial, lentic, and the lotic. So the ecosystems are parts of biomes. Biomes, in the sense, it is the connectivity of the plants and the ecosystem, which are climatic systems of life and organisms. It is the environment between these biosphere and the atmosphere. You can say atmosphere. So this is one of the ecosystem in infographic. All the spheres, just like I have explained in the previous slides: atmosphere, lithosphere, biosphere, and hydrosphere, how they are interrelated. Here you can understand it. First, the producer, they need to get some water or the minerals. So it will be from the clouds, it is going to rain, and these rains, it will be stored in some depressioned areas, and these depressioned areas water, it will be percolating, and the producer's root, which will be invisible, just like those who know the building construction, we will be excavating the earth and we will be placing the foundations. The similar way, the roots are the foundations for this plants. This root will be going where the water is present. Similarly, the water is being taken by these roots, and it will be used for preparation of the food. This preparation of food is only present in producers. In the presence of sunlight and the carbon dioxide, there is a element or pigment which is present only in producers called chlorophyll. Because of this pigment and presence of carbon dioxide and sunlight, the food being prepared. This process we call it as photosynthesis. And the food, it is been saved in the form of leaves, the flowers, the fruits, and the fruits, it is going to be plucked and we will be eating it. Similarly, the primary consumers, just like I have shown, the squirrel, and this primary consumer is having the fruit and the nut. A squirrel will be eaten by the secondary consumer, it is the fox, and later if these two dies, the worms and the fungi, whatever the things, the decomposers which is being present on the surface, it will be decaying the dead bodies, and the minerals it will be added to the soil. This minerals it will be taken by the roots only. Next, we will be understanding what is man and the ecology. So you can understand what is the role of the man in this. Man is an important part of the ecosystem of the nature. He will be balancing the nature. Similarly, all activities between man and environment interfaces the ecological balance. Ecological balance in the sense he will be cutting the trees and again he will be planting some small plants. Next, the study of how mankind adapted to the local environment and the study of reciprocity between nature and mankind is known as ecology. You can understand what is ecology means. The study of or the man and the the environment, how they are related or how they are been living together, and similarly the nature with man, how it is been related, how they are been going hand by hand. It is called ecology. Here the man is cutting a tree, it means he needs it. Similarly, the nature requires something from you. Or similarly, in the next image, you can see realization of human love. In the sense, you are going to how you are going to react with what will be the reaction with respect to the nature is giving to you. Similarly, the same reaction is need to be given to the nature. This ends my presentation. Thank you.